All right, I want to do a quick video. Let's get rolling here. So I want to give you an update what's going on with the liquidity grab trader. We have a couple options for you guys. So right now we have the liquidity grab trader out to you guys. Hey Steve, good morning. Liquidity grab trader is out with you guys right now, and you're currently using it. So what the liquidity grab trader does, it looks for pullbacks in the market where you're getting these buy order blocks that happen against trend. So essentially what this liquidity grab trader will do, it will look for pullbacks in the market. And once you see a pullback or a distortion in price like this, then it will wait till we have confirmation of a liquidity grab, which is a stop hunt. Basically, a stop hunt is a liquidity grab hunt. So this is our strategy that you traders have currently. Okay? Yes, Eric. Yes, we are, Eric. So this is what you traders have currently is a liquidity grab trader. What you have currently, it takes all liquidity grabs. Now, we have a PDF that accompanies the liquidity grab trader, and we have not posted it on the members download page yet for other Rinko sizes because we are releasing a version 2 to only take the first liquidity grab. So now you have an option of taking all liquidity grabs, or after a V bottom or a V top, such as this, it will only take the first liquidity grab until a trend change. So now it's going to take this. The reason I got a lot of feedback from members inside and outside the room that trade all these different types of markets. Remember, this works on all futures. It works on currency. It works on stocks. It even works on crypto markets and Forex. So it works on these markets. So a lot of traders are using it in multiple different markets. And the one feedback I got, a lot of traders like the first liquidity grab after here. Instead of taking multiple liquidity grabs, multiple ones on the way up, the first liquidity grab after V top, V bottom, and let the runners run. So what we're going to do is instead of sending the PDF out with just the first liquidity grab, Gerald is wrapping the second liquidity grab that only takes the liquidity grab 2 that only takes the first liquidity grab. You're going to have an option of either one. You can have the option of the first liquidity grab, or you can have an option of the second liquidity grab. The access to the strategy, you go to our website, and the software is leased. We lease the software. AJ, we lease the software. You can see it off of our website. Gerald will take care of you as far as that goes. So what we're doing is that you're getting an option of doing the first LG, the first distortion of price, or this forced order block buy, where these counter trend traders are getting taken, or you can have an option of getting all liquidity grabs on the way up or way down. That's the best feedback that I got so far, is that I have a lot of traders that want the option of doing the first liquidity grab after a V bottom, V top. Now, what do I mean by V top, V bottom? What I mean by V top, V bottom, we have our dual trend filter. So our dual trend filter, if it's green, green, the market is up. We did a 30-year back test on our outer zone here. So if our outer zone is green on the ES, we did a 30-year back test of finding the best zone for trend. And what we came up with is this is our best zone with trend. It just confirmed this is our best zone for trend. You can see it runs parallel to each other. If it's green, green, if it runs parallel green, we're only looking to buy. Our inner dots, we had our proprietary Rinko bar type that we created. This is our own Rinko bar type that we created called the Sim Rinko bar type, and it provides us these inner dots. So if you have the outer dots are green, the inner dots are green, it's called a dual trend filter. That makes it green, green. That tells us that we are hard trend up. It also lets us know if it does not agree, when it's green, red, you can see it does not agree here, that the market is chop. It gets you out of chop markets. So now we're not into a chop market. You don't have to trade this chop. See, there's no dual trend filter. Now it's the parallel lines are red, and our own Renko bar type is green, so it doesn't agree. So you want to agree. Green, green, let it go up, right? We're looking to buy. Where the liquidity grab trader strategy comes in play is this. There's a couple ways you can do it. There's one, you can wait for a V bottom or yellow trigger bars or entry bars to automatically come up. And a V bottom is the yellow trigger will come up after a hammer. Here's a hammer that comes up. Here's a hammer with trend that comes up. It's like a doji. The open equals a close. And then a yellow trigger bar fires within 3 candles of after the yellow trigger. Now, the best one you can get if the yellow trigger fires right at the hammer. That's called a 0-turn candle. The count starts at the hammer. There's 0, there's 1, 2, 3. So we got to have a yellow trigger for a V bottom to happen. It's got to happen right within 3 candles of after the hammer fires on our Renko bar. So this is called a V bottom. Where the liquidity grab trader finds the first pullback is right in between the V bottom here and our momentum 1, which happens here. So this is a momentum 1 candle. A momentum 1 candle happens after a V bottom or V top. That's a Momo 1. So where the liquidity grab trader is going to fire is going to fire in between the V bottom yellow trigger, which is an entry, and the Momo 1. It's going to fire in this level here. So that's where you're going to get a liquidity grab trader that fires. So you can see this is our V bottom that happens on our liquidity grab trader strategy. There's our V bottom. This is our V bottom. And then it will look for the first liquidity grab right here. Here's the first distortion in price. This is the first pullback where the counter trend traders get taken out, a buy order block. It's a small one that happens right there. It's a pullback in price, and then closes back green. Okay, like right now, currently, as the market ticks, it's trying to grab liquidity right now also. Right now, it's ticking live at 60.81 a quarter over here. If you look on the right side of the margin, the market's trying to pull back, get all these indicators that counter trend trade the market, all these traders that counter trend trade the market. This is how the market likes to grab liquidity, are these buy order blocks on the pullback. And you can see if it closes green, they just grab liquidity in the market again. Well, after the V bottom, this first liquidity grab, distortion in price, it came back down, it closed green. The strategy automatically got long here. You can put in your automated stops. It has an automated entry. And then you have your automated targets. Okay, now you can, on the liquidity grab trader that you have in your hands, that's downloadable to all traders right now, it will take every single liquidity grab after your targets are hit. So if your targets get hit, it's going to take the next liquidity grab. No, it's only to view. You can view it, AJ. You can view it in the room. The strategy is only for members of the room. So it's the first pullback in price. The first pullback in price, and then it closes back up, we're good to go. So right now, they're trying to grab liquidity right now. The market's trying to grab liquidity for a liquidity grab buy. So you traders are going to have an option. You're going to have an option of taking the first liquidity grab after a V bottom only, or what you currently have is you're going to have it where the strategy is on both. Now, I've got the PDF already done for the settings for both of them. They're universal for both of them, but I'm adding the charts in for V2, the liquidity grab 2, as Gerald wraps this right now. So you currently have the one that takes all liquidity grabs all the way up. We're giving you the option, this is upon member request, to take the first liquidity grab after a V bottom or V top. Why is that important? Because after you trend change, you go from red green, where it's chop market, this is chop market, and you go into a trend market. This is chop, right? It's green red, our dual trend filter that you can have on your own system here. It works on any markets. You'll notice this on the liquidity grab trader. If you're trading the euro and the pound, guys, like I told you, it's one direction typically all day. It's either red red or green green. It's like liquidity grab sell, liquidity grab buy. It works really, really neat on these other Renko sizes also. But that's chop. Then we go into trend, green green. There's your V bottom. There's your yellow trigger saying, hey, the V bottom's in. Couple ways you can do it. You can turn the liquidity grab trader on after the yellow trigger comes in and let it manage your trade on the first liquidity grab. So this would be the first liquidity grab, first LG after a V bottom with trend. Then you can let it manage your trade all the way up. If it stops you out here, you can let it come down. Here's another V bottom that comes in. That's a yellow trigger with dual trend filter trend. You're not counter trend trading. Let the novice traders counter trend trade the market. There's your second V bottom here. It comes within 3 candles after the hammer. And you can see this one, your liquidity grab trader, if your targets are still running, it's because it happened right in there. The liquidity grab happens between V bottom and Momo 1. Momo's reset after a V bottom. After a Momo 3, the market could go parabolic. There's Momo 1. We don't have another V bottom yet. There's Momo 2. This market could go parabolic today to the upside because we're hitting Momo 3. We could get a parabolic move. So the next V bottom, the V bottoms could be really good ones to look for. That's Momo 3. The market could have climax buying now in the market because we've had a V bottom, Momo 1, Momo 2, Momo 3. Now, the first liquidity grab after the V bottom, you can, one, let the liquidity grab trader turn the strategy on and let it do its thing. It enter on the first liquidity grab here. So between, the first liquidity grab occurred here, and it got long, and depending on your targets that you have, you got a runner running right now. But that's essentially what the difference in the first liquidity grab after V bottom, and this is the first liquidity after V bottom, but you're going to have multiple liquidity grabs on the way up. So you can let the liquidity grab trader trade multiple liquidity grabs, or you can let it trade the first liquidity grab. No, this would be automatic. It will take the first liquidity grab after a trend change, Aaron. The V2 will take the first liquidity grab after a trend change. And it will only take it until there's another trend change. It will only take the first one, not multiple ones. So it's your option which one you want to do. That's been the after a trend change of, yes, so after you get, it don't have to necessarily be a V bottom, it could be a trend change in trend. Overall trend, meaning our trend filter, trend changing. Yep. So when you're doing these, like I said, on the liquidity grab trader like this, you got a V bottom, and then you got your V bottom, and then you got your first liquidity grab that comes up. And then we have our multiple liquidity grabs afterwards. Or you can do the first liquidity grab, and then you're good to go. It's totally up to you guys how you want to do that. But you have an option of doing both or one of them. Totally up to you which ones you guys want to do. Okay? So let me answer a question. Let's see. We can use the 2 versions. Yeah, really, Vincat, it's totally up to you when you run it on how you want to run it, because I think you want to run it around the clock instead of manually you turning it on and turning it off after a V bottom, V top with a dual trend filter. My assumption, I thought from my emails that you want a longer Renko size to let it run. If that's the case, they pretty much work, the same settings work on either one. It depends which one you want to do. You want to do the first Renko size, or you can see which performance, the reward or risk that you want to do based upon either one. What I would do, I'd set 2 charts up, VinCat, and I'd run them side by side and look at the performance report on both of them and see which one you like the best. You're just going to get less trades just taking, you're going to get less trades taking the first liquidity grab after a V bottom. And you're going to get multiple trades taking the other one. You know, it's totally up to you how you want to do it. Yep. Someone had a question about the V bottoms right here. Let's see, V bottom, hold on. Eric says, for a V bottom, does there have to be a yellow bar on both sides of the green bar? No. It's got to be just after the hammer. So that's a great question, Eric. So Eric said, do I have to have a yellow trigger? No, because these yellow triggers that's happening on the opposite side are counter trend trade trigger bars. If you notice, when this pullback happens, for a V bottom to happen, there's got to be a pullback in price. It's a retracement. So this is the retracement here, Eric. There's the retracement, right? There's your yellow trigger. You see the close of the candles are their right closes. See that, Eric? They're right close candles, and on the right side of the on the lower end of the bar, and then the upper candles on the upper end of the bar. So you'll notice that if it's counting against the dual trend filter, they're closing at the bottom of the bar and they're closing at the top of the bar. You want top the bar. Yep. So what we want to see on the next yellow trigger, I mean the next V bottom, next V bottom, you want to see red bars come in and start a pullback, right? Start a pullback. So if I look at this, now there's certain ways when Liquidity Grab Trader works the best. Where's that? I have what's called a sweet spot trade in the room. You probably saw all my videos. Notice my proprietary Renko bar type are these dots, these inner dots, right here. If you get a V bottom that happens, now this chart's on the bottom right of our room. If you get a V bottom yellow trigger bar that happens, and it reverses above these yellow trigger, both above my dual trend filters, here's a V bottom, and it doesn't close 2 candles below my inner dots, look for the market to go vertical hard, meaning a hard in one direction, because that's called a sweet spot trade. Look for that first liquidity grab on the liquidity grab strategy that you have to go long here and look for a big vertical possible move, because that's a shallow retracement. And it's a first liquidity grab because it's above my dual trend filters. We have this at the bottom right of the chart in the trade room right here, so you can view it this week. So I want you to see, Eric, if you see a V bottom that happens on this, so the next V bottom, if it holds and it doesn't close more than 2 candles below these inner dots, the market is possibly going into a parabolic move. You're probably getting climax buying if it's red, green, green, or climax selling if it's red, red. It works really, really well in that respect. Now, if you are green, red, once the trend filter turns green, red, here, the market's in chop. Where traders tend to fail in the markets is they get into this chop mode right here, right? They get into this chop mode, and they're trying to trade chop. Now, you can still trade a V bottom if it gets below my inner dots, as long as you don't close 2 candles below my outer dots. You don't want to close it. This is a 30-year back test on the ES on this zone. This zone should hold price. So I can pull back all the way to this price and still get a V bottom and still be a trade for the liquidity grab on the first liquidity grab. The best ones are if it closes a V bottom above my inner dots, if that makes sense. The dots to show up is a Sim Renko bar type on the strategy, Leo. Sim Renko bar type, our proprietary Renko bar type. Sim Renko bar type. So you can see that right now the S&P is in a hard uptrend. There's Momo 4 now. What I say the market could do after Momo 3, we know this after thousands and thousands and thousands of trades. We know after Momo 3 the market could go parabolic. So if you want to go out on a Momo 3, entry is 80. We're at 84 already. Look how the market's going parabolic to the upside already, even before the New York Open. look how we're getting shallow retracement. So if this market starts pulling back and I hold 60, 75, 75, if I hold that level and I get a V bottom and a yellow trigger over here, you could turn the liquidity grab trader on. If you manually want to turn it on and let it enter for you, it gets your entry. So what you do, Eric, is once you start getting red candles that form over here, you can activate the strategy and let it enter for you automatically. Enter your entry after it closes up for a V bottom. You can let it manage your stops and your targets. Or I do have longer Renko sizes to let it run around the clock. You can let this thing run from a certain period of, some of you like trading from 9:30, 11 in the morning, let it run for that hour and a half, 2 hours. Or I let it run from 9:35 to 4 o'clock on some of these markets. So, totally up to you guys how you want to do it as far as that goes.